Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Fitness Podcast. I'm Jordan Gonzales, your host, owner here at Big Fitness Incorporated. Guys, today is a solo podcast, and I want to talk today about why people are so confused. Seems like there's a lot of confusion about exercise, about fitness, about what you should be doing, what you should be eating. A lot of confusion, man. People come in here and they have no idea, man. It's wild. It's like, what is going on out there? I wonder, I wonder what is causing all the confusion. And the thing is you go and you hear something from one person and it's like, hey, you got to do this. You got to take that. It's this and that. It's whatever. And then you go over here and it's like the complete opposite thing, right? It's like everybody's contradicting themselves. What's better? Who knows? What's fucking better? I don't know. I don't know what's better. Maybe it's all better. Maybe it's all right. Maybe it's all wrong. But today we're going to dive into that. And I have a hunch about why you're confused. And it's probably right, I'd say. But basically, the idea is you're easy to sell to. You are somebody who is easy to sell to. And let me explain what I mean. I'm easy to sell to, too. We're all pretty easy to sell to. The market is selling up a fucking storm. And we're buying it up. And especially us Americans, we need to find something to buy and we need to buy it damn up. And so we're all fucked up and confused because the market determines whether you know something or not, depending on how they market its value to you. So let me explain what I'm talking about before you, no, I'm not, I'm so good at all this stuff. Whatever. Just listen to me real quick. Take a second. Like, this is pretty much the podcast in a nutshell, but we'll go over some other misconceptions that makes that you're confused and why I think you're confused on these things. In any case, there's a guy named Alex Hormozi. This guy, he got into the fitness world like early on. He's like only in his mid-30s, and this guy is making hundreds of millions of dollars. He's like a marketing genius in the fitness world. Marketing genius. This guy's out there crushing. He's figured it out. Now he's not just selling to people for fitness, but like literally fitness professionals to sell fitness. And he's teaching people how to do that. And he's really good at it. And here is how he teaches you how to create value, but really how people perceive value. How you perceive value is super important. And it's why people who say real fitness is getting buried. So this is it right here. So he has an equation for how people perceive value. And I'm going to explain it afterwards. So here's his equation. He's got an equation for it. Dream outcome times perceived likelihood of achievement divided by time delay times effort and sacrifice. So one more time. Dream outcome times perceived likelihood of achievement divided by time delay times effort and sacrifice. So let me put this in terms of fitness for you, in terms of value, and why you're getting so confused here and why things don't seem to be working even though you've bought into them. Ready? So here it is. So in fitness terms, dream outcome, your dream body times perceived likelihood of achievement, for sure. Your dream body, for sure. Divided by time delay, less than 30 days, times effort and sacrifice, zero effort and sacrifice. So your dream body tomorrow, for sure, with no effort and sacrifice. Sound valuable? Buy here. That is what people go for. That is perceived as high value, high value. Now let me explain to you now what's so confusing about that. Let me tell you why that's so fucking confusing. Ready? That is so fucking confusing because fitness doesn't exist in that fucking realm. You can't fucking buy good fitness. You can't buy tomorrow fitness. Doesn't work. And I'll explain. So this is the real value. This is the best value you can get in fitness for sure. 100%. Somebody can run you through this. So dream outcome. You cannot have the body that you dream of because the body you dream of might be extremely unrealistic and unhealthy for you to reach. Times perceived likelihood of achievement. Maybe. Divided by time delay. A long fucking time. How many times have you heard that? A long time. This takes a long time. Consistency over a long duration. Like you've got to go for a long time. Times, effort, and sacrifice. Woo! You're going to have to sacrifice and give it everything you got always, even when you don't have anything to give. Which one wins? Which one wins to you? Which one do you think wins? Which one do you think is more valuable? You know, like dream body for sure, under 30 days, no effort and sacrifice, Ozempic. That's Ozempic. That's all of these weird fat loss drugs you've been trying. That's liposuction. That's all this shit they're selling you and cramming down your throat. All of this shit. And it seems a lot more valuable. So people are putting a lot of money into marketing that value. Why would you spend all this money telling you the truth? The truth of fitness. I've been in fitness for 11 years. I work out every single day like a fucking lunatic. I don't take any of this shit. And I'm still not at my dream body. And every person that's involved in fitness that's not lying to you will tell you the same thing. I have been lifting a lot of heavy weights. Look at my arm. It's still small. I lift as heavy as I can. I mean, I've gotten a lot stronger. But like, guys, it's not getting much bigger than this. I've got long, lengthy arms. I want to be a big, giant, huge guy. That's not the kind of body type. I'm an ectomorph body type. I will never look like Brock Lesnar. This is not going to happen unless I started taking steroids, in which case, again, that's that fucking value equation. If I take steroids, back end doesn't tell you the thing that the value equation doesn't tell you is the repercussions from you doing this stuff. It's like, oh, good. Take Ozempic, 15% of your body weight gone in a second. Woo! For sure. The evidence is clear. You get there. You fucking get there. You get all of it. And you get all these fucking endocrine issues, all of this other. You're going to suffer. You're getting a suffering on the back end regardless. Do you hear about all that? Does that matter to you? Do you give a shit? Do you even know? Does anybody ever tell you? Probably not. They want you to buy. Look, here's another thing that's interesting. You know, here's another thing, like in Missouri's back like hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue based on like when you buy your car in the state of Missouri. These car dealerships, they're not legally required to make you pay for the sales tax, that tax that you pay like at the counter when you buy fucking candy bar or whatever the hell you're buying. Like that is what you should also have when you buy a car. But so that they can tell you you're going to do a little bit less on the monthly payment. You don't pay that until you go to the DMV to get your registration after you buy it from the dealer, in which case you show up and you owe a couple $1,000 and you have to pay it right now. Otherwise, you can't register your vehicle. And so that's why like one of two vehicles literally is not registered in the state of Missouri. And so all of this tax revenue doesn't come in because of that situation. They don't care about what it does to you on the back end. They just want to sell you the fucking thing. That is what is causing you to be so confused about fitness, because the people who are really good at selling it are selling the high value proposition. That's not true. And then the people who are trying to run you through what is actually true about fitness, like what's actually true is that it's trial and error. Nobody really knows. The science is unclear. It's just like, hey, you really would like to know about everything that's out in the universe, but we just don't know yet because we just haven't figured it out yet. We don't understand consciousness. It is the practice of medicine and understanding the human body, but we do not understand it 100%. So nobody can be like, for sure this will work for you 100%. And if they are, they're fucking lying to you. And if they're a good salesperson, they'll say it with confidence and they're not going to give you the back end. They're trying to persuade you to buy their shit. That's not bad on their part. They're trying to help you out. Maybe they actually believe in the product. But what I'm telling you is that they're really good at what they fucking do. They're really good at it. And you are not good at knowing that. And so you buy it. It doesn't work for you. You've tried everything. I've been in the fitness industry for 11 years. Maybe it's not you. It's most fucking people. I'm sorry. It is. It's most people. And they come to me and they have no clue and they're so confused. And they're like, hey, I just want to lose like 100 pounds in the next 2 months. And it's like, okay, when's the last time you worked out? And they're like 16 years ago. Maybe when I was in high school, I worked out once. But like, you know, like I've been buying all this shit and like, what supplements should I buy? That's always so funny to me. What supplements should I be taking since I'm like, now I'm doing fitness? That's hilarious. That's hilarious to me. It's like you can't become fit unless you buy the products, these fucking supplements. And let me tell you something about the supplements, guys. So the FDA is not like the FDA, like back in the 80s, the FDA basically, or not the FDA, but the government, whoever like regulates this shit, they basically came up with something, and I'm going to say this wrong, so fuck it. But guys, if you listen to this, look into this. I'm telling you, I think it was like when Reagan took office. In any case, long story short, here was the case. FDA had to look into everything that went out onto the market, everything. So it had to be evaluated by the FDA before you could put it on the open market. Now, as long as you put a thing on the container that says these claims have not been evaluated by the FDA, you can make any wild claim you want. It is 100% legal. It is 100% legal for that to not be true. If it's not true, as long as it doesn't kill you, they won't look into it. It has to be 2 near-death cases, or not, sorry, near-death. It has to be 2 directly linked near-death or death cases to like any of these fucking random supplements that you buy and you ingest before the FDA looks into it. So when you go out and you just like get a supplement off the you know, the shelf at any random GNC or any like supplement superstore or whatever, like, dude, maybe, who knows? There was a study that was done by ACSM, the American College of Sports Medicine. This was about 5 years ago, so whatever. But so maybe it's gotten better. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm gonna let you know because it's crazy. In any case, it was like this. They went around, they took like hundreds of supplements from the shelves, that random hundreds, and then they lab tested them to see what was actually in them. And what they found was that at random, all of these different supplements like multivitamins, proteins, glutamines, what have you, just random, that basically 1 in 3 supplements would have something in it that it doesn't say, or not have something in it that it does say it has on there. So who knows? And so like you come into me and you're like, so what supplements should I take and all this stuff? And I'm just like, I don't think you should take any of those fucking supplements right off the bat, dude. You need 0 supplements. 0. Is that crazy to hear? If it's crazy for you to hear that I'm saying it takes 0 supplements to get fit, it's because you are easy to sell to. You are so easy to sell to that you might even fucking vouch for these companies. You might stand up and be like, no, you can't be fit without the supplement companies. You can't be fit without you can't be healthy without the pharmaceutical companies. And it's like, look, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, man. What I'm trying to tell you is that like, you can be fit without all these fucking things. The thing is that you're easy to sell to. And so you're like, I want my body quicker. I want my body faster. I want my body, all this stuff. I don't want to have to put in all the work. So any edge I can get, I'm going to fucking get it. And that's fine. But what I'm saying though, is that like, it is hard. It is hard to get the body you want. And these companies are selling to you. And so now you're super confused because you're like, man, like all of these companies that have all these ads and all of these influencers, which are the newest advertising, guys, the most effective advertising right now is to have an influencer. It's word of mouth marketing. Anybody who has a fucking brain right now on the other end of this, who can hear this, who would listen to this, if this got anywhere, but I know like town hall, like if you have any kind of truth, you're going to get buried because just not fucking good for anybody who's selling well. But in any case, like say you do listen to this, you have a brain that you know, one, it's a shit ton of money to get your fucking message out there right now. It's a shit ton of money to get your fucking message out to the people. And so it costs a shit ton of money. So if it's going to cost a shit ton of money to get a message out there, that message better bring back a return. And so they see they put in the analytics. They're like, or they look at the analytics, they look at the KPIs, and they're like key performance indicators. They're looking at it. They know you better than you know you. They're using that data. They're buying that data, and it's like people want to hear that you can have your body in 30 days. People will engage with that. People will engage with that. And if they engage with that, that's what we'll put money in. It's not like they're trying to lie to you for any specific reason. It's just simple. You engage more with fucking shit that is easy to hear. So they want to send that. They don't want to put money into something that's harder for you to hear. So like, it just makes sense. It's not like it's evil per se, but like, it's not like evil, it's fucking capitalism. This is how I'm going to make the most money. This is how I'm going to get the most return on my investment. And so right now, I'm going to put as much money into dream outcome times perceived likelihood of achievement, time divided by time delay times effort and sacrifice. Have your dream body, have it for sure 100%, have it in less than 30 days, and have it with no effort and sacrifice. Just buy this right here. And I'm not saying not to take the shit. Look, I'm not trying even to say not to take the shit. Okay? Like, look, find what you love and let it kill you, dude. I don't care if you take steroids. I don't care if you take all of this shit. But what I'm saying is that if you are confused, if you don't understand that this stuff is going to fuck you up and hurt you on the back end in some way, shape, or form, there is no such thing. There is no reality where you get something for nothing. There is a cost, and the cost is your health, and you think you're doing your health a favor, and no one's telling you that you're not doing your health a favor. You're just reaching a short-term goal for a little bit. You're going to be happy for a second, and then on the back end, you're going to have to deal with all the repercussions of these decisions. And they're not telling you that because they want your money to come out of your fucking wallet and go into theirs. That's how it works. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's commerce 101. They're just selling to you, and it's fucking easier than ever. And no, sorry, and I totally fucked this up. That what I was saying earlier was this: if you're a business owner, if you're a marketing person, if you're a salesperson, if you have half a brain, you know that the best form of marketing is word of mouth marketing. A referral from somebody who uses your business is better than any form of marketing. It does not matter. And so what that is now, the current day referral by mouth is the fucking influencer. It's the online influencer. And so let's just find these influencers, buy them for the highest dollar amount, get them sponsored, and then have them fucking cranking this shit out. So, and I will use that someday. I will use that myself someday. If I should be using it right now. I'm an idiot right now for not using it, for not doing that stuff. I am a dumbass for not fucking using like word of mouth marketing through influencer marketing. Like, that's it. I just need to have people telling people that you like telling you that my shit is awesome and you should come use my shit. And you'd be like, hell yeah, that's what's up. But you don't have that. So you see like an ad that I put up and you're like, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Only reason you're listening to this podcast right now is probably because you know me directly, because I don't market this. I don't pump this out in any way, shape, or form to anybody. I just put this, I send this directly to the clients. That's pretty much it. Send it directly to the clients every week. I want the clients to hear the stuff. Good to go. I don't put this out, and I'm not trying to do anything with this outside of just bringing in like good quality information to the people that are in my circle. That's it. That's all I do. So if you are hearing this right now, you are one of those people. So like, if you were like, hey, if you sent this to somebody, if you're like, hey, you should send this to somebody and be like, hey, you should listen to this. It's got good information on X, Y, Z. The only way right now that this podcast will be heard, because I'm not promoting it any other way. But if I did, it would still not perform in the way that it would if you, the person listening to this right now, was like, I will send this to somebody right now and say, hey, you should listen to this. And then they might actually do it. But if they just see an ad, we're going to be like, fuck that podcast. Fuck that guy. I don't know him. I don't trust him. And hey, I don't blame them. But that's what I'm talking about. That's why you are confused. That's why you're confused. That's why you're fucking confused. That's why you come to me and you have no fucking clue. Dude, this is so weird. Everybody is saying everything is right and everything is wrong all of the time on my feed. And I don't know what to believe. And it's just like, well, what business are you listening to more often? Like who's sponsored by whoever is sponsored by First Forum is going to tell you that you cannot live without supplements. They're going to be look, like supplements, dude. Like this is why you got to take the supplements because you're getting free supplements from them. That's why you should take the supplements. That's why. And like, look, I don't blame you, dude. Get your free supplements. I get it. But like, follower of you, the person who's pushing these supplements on these people, like this is why this is why you're going to hear this from them. Like if First Forum isn't pumping out some kind of value to that influencer, let's say by them paying for those supplements or paying them to do it, then they're not going to do it. They're not going to get online and say, hashtag I am First Forum. And by the way, listen, this is not me talking shit on this is not me talking shit on Andy Frisella. He is a fucking mad scientist genius. He understands how fucking dumb we all are and he's taking full advantage of it. Good for him. It's you that needs to make sure that you are fucking on top of your shit. I'm not saying don't take supplements. I'm saying know what the fuck you're taking, understand the risk, know that it doesn't work 100% of the time just because they don't know it actually works. It is just a claim. They are just saying, maybe this works. Maybe this will work for you. Best that anyone can do is maybe this will work for you. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. There's not enough clinical evidence out there to prove any of this actually works for you. I mean, some evidence in studies shows this works, oh my God, so well. And then other studies, this doesn't work at all. And so because of that, you have enough on both sides that it's just like, well, fuck. I don't know. The fucking studies show yes and show hell the fuck no. So it's like, hey, yes, this is, and no, not at all. So let's just sell it anyways and say, maybe, and see if you buy it. Ain't going to happen. They're going to say, for sure, in 30 days or less. Not evaluated by the FDA. Done. Buy. That bottle looks great. That bottle looks good. I mean, look at how delicious this looks. Look at this. This is meant at Celsius. My crutch, Celsius, this fucking thing right here. It's marketed so beautifully. It's got apples on there and it's got cherries on there because this is fresh. This is a healthy look. It even says here, live fit on there. Guys, this is fucking cancer in a can. This is how I'm getting my cancer right here. I'm not saying don't do it. This is my cancer. Say hello to my cancer. Celsius, my cancer. Just giving me it in the fucking form of live fit. Get the fuck out of here, dude. This is in a fucking aluminum can. This tastes like fucking, if we weren't so desensitized to like drinking fucking motor oil out of an aluminum can on a regular basis, people would fucking puke if they took a drink. You know what I'm saying? But like, hey, it's a white can. It says live fit and it's got an apple and cherries. So like, it's marketing and it's genius marketing and it fucking works. Fit people, they think they're being fit because they're fucking drinking Celsius. I sell the shit out of my fucking gym because I love it. Like, I don't know, like what the fuck? But like, look, I know it's cancer in a can. Be willing, be understanding. I'm just saying, don't be confused. Own up to that shit at least. But some people, they have no idea. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that you have no idea. And then you come into me and then you're like, look, I'm really looking to lose like a solid 100 pounds in the next 30 days because the budget, like I get it. Like you guys, you got a solid business here. You've got like personal trainers that are working. And I understand like this personal training stuff is like, so it's got, you got to invest, you got to put that money in. Into yourself and everything. But like, I'm looking for it in 30 days because I can't stretch this out. And I'm just like, and I just look him right in the face and I just say, dude, you are totally 100% setting yourself up for a solid upset. You're going to be upset. This is not going to be good. This is not going to be good for you because you are being like 100% unrealistic with the timeline here. And that's going to cause you to be very, let's say, I don't know, you're gonna basically be like, no, this is impossible. This doesn't work because like, look, everybody else is getting it in 30 days or under. And like, I've gained weight in the last 30 days. So like, this must mean that like, it just doesn't work for me. I'm the one who always fails. And then you're back where you were when you started. And so in my mind, you need somebody to be there along with you along the way, like somebody who can like be there for you when you're, in your low points and like fucking celebrate with you on your highs. But you've got a journey ahead of you, man. You got a real journey ahead of you. It's going to suck ass. Sorry. And you're going to be so, and in that suck, in that suck, you are going to be looking for any out. It's normal. You're going to be looking for any out. You want to find any out because like the reality of what it's going to take for you to change your body physiologically and lose that fucking real mass that's hanging off your fucking gut, it's going to cost you a lot of effort and sacrifice. And so as soon as you see that ad during that journey, that's just like, look, do you really want to fucking go in the gym and bust your ass all the time? Do you really want to wake up early to get to your trainer? You want to wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., damn. Get into the gym, that dirty fucking place with some crazy psychotic trainer who's going to run you through a workout. You're going to leave sweaty and fucking gross. You're going to be tired for the rest of the day. Do you really want to keep doing that? Look, let me solve this for you today. Let me solve this for you today. I can get you into that body. Look, zero cardio, no cardio. You don't have to do another cardio day for the rest of your fucking life. You don't have to fucking do it. And look, you don't want to bust a sweat? Don't bust a sweat. You should never have to bust a sweat. You deserve more than busting a sweat. You're not going to be sore in the mornings. Sore in the morning is for those freaking dumb fucks who go and pay for training or get a gym membership. Fuck would you do that? You're not dumb and stupid like them. So what you need to do right now is get your wallet out and you need to fucking get your card ready. Grab your phone and call my dumbass number. And when you fucking called my dumbass number, you put that credit card information in and you buy my supplement, Live Fit. Because this right here will give you your dream body. And it will give you your dream body for sure. 100% guaranteed. And also, here's what's great. What's awesome and amazing about my fucking 100% guaranteed dream body is that it's going to happen in the next 7 days. 7 days, you'll have your body gym free, sweat free, cardio free. And then what also is like, look, you're not going to have to sacrifice anything. It's going to be so fucking easy. Literally, all you have to do is take your phone out. And if you have an iPhone, just use Apple Pay. Just think about paying and it'll pay. It'll pay for my fucking Live Fit supplement. Never go to the gym again. Never do anything hard. Get the body you want. Buy now. And you're hearing this ad while you're sweating, while you're fucking in pain. You're fucking like, hell yeah, 100%. 100 fucking %. I'm buying that shit. I'm buying that shit because I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this fucking shit, especially because I've been doing it for the last fucking 60 days and I don't see shit on the scale. And my trainer keeps saying, this is gonna happen for you. I swear, like, just do this, just do that. And you're just like, fucking, I don't trust this motherfucker. I don't trust this motherfucker at all. And that's it. My phone's going. I'm gonna have to let it go. And it's like, because it's like, dude, look, if it took you 16 years to get to where you are now, like right now at this moment, if you're somebody who's out of shape and that kind of thing, then it's going to take you a long time to get in shape. So get out of this crazy idea that shit's going to take 30 fucking days or less or whatever. Get rid of the finish line, man. You need to know that like the reason you are where you are today is because of the decisions you've made. It's because of the lifestyle you have chose to live. You know, like if you are sitting around all day, it's terrible for your body. It's absolutely terrible for your fucking body. You can't be sitting around all day. You cannot be sitting around all day. You cannot be eating processed foods all day. You cannot be drinking soda all day and eating sugar all day. You cannot be fucking drinking alcohol every single weekend. You cannot be drinking alcohol every night. For sure you can't do that. There is no supplement. There is absolutely no supplement for that. If you're drinking alcohol, by the way, I'm just letting you know, if you're drinking alcohol and you think, well, I only have a couple of drinks a night or I only drink once a weekend, you're fucking killing your body and you're killing your ability to see success. Sorry. It is what it is. Well, Jordan, you don't understand. I do vodka water. I do fucking vodka water, Jordan. You don't understand. It's vodka and water. It's low calorie. That's insane. You're poisoning your fucking body with literal poison, toxin that goes in and it fucking destroys lean tissue and it fucking suppresses your ability to fucking oxidize fats at up to 75%, slowing your metabolism down dramatically, making you feel like you have zero fucking energy the next day, regardless of the headache. So if you take something like, let's say you take liquid IV, and you take liquid IV to help you with fucking electrolytes so you don't have a headache the next day, and you think that is your way of like offsetting the effects of alcohol, you're a complete fucking idiot. And you need to be told that you're a complete fucking idiot for that. That way you look into it at least, and you see that you're a fucking idiot. And you fucking change that. That way you can do something where, you know, you help yourself and you stop lying to yourself at least. At least stop lying to yourself, you know? Like, for the fucking love of God, stop lying to yourself, you know? And I lie to myself all the time. Look, you're not going to get totally away from it. I am a fucking dipshit too. That's why I'm telling you. I've been a trainer for 11 years, you know? I see what works. I've helped a lot of people make massive change in their life, and Ozempic was never the fucking answer. I've helped people that were extremely obese lose massive amounts of weight, and Ozempic was not the fucking answer. So all of your excuses are fucking bullshit. I've helped people lose a lot of weight, gain a lot of strength, and live in their best possible body, and they're in their fucking 50s, and they started in their 50s, and their age was not their fucking excuse for why they didn't do it, and now they live in their better body. And so this is why you have to get after it, man. You have to get after it. You have to get rid of all this bullshit, but also you have to see that the marketing is what's getting you. Something like this, the psychology of marketing is so interesting to me. And it's meant to deceive you. It's meant to it's very, very, it's deceptive. It in its nature is trying to get you to do something by utilizing tactics of psychology. It is truly, it understands how the mind works. It understands how society works. It understands trends. It understands these things, like good marketing, like genius marketing. I'm not good at it. I'm just somebody who studies it and sees how this could be playing a massive role and how like it is confusing the shit out of all my clients and people trying to lose weight. And it's not, again, I don't think it's not meant, I mean, it is meant to confuse you, but it's meant to get you to buy their shit. You know, like their fucking sugar supplement. They're just like, hey, like I did a podcast on this. You should listen to it. It's called Fitness Drugs. I did part 1 and part 2. One was on like supplements and shit, and it's called, you know, we talked about the fitness drug dealers and shit. So if you want to listen to that shit, you should go to that podcast, and maybe we'll do another one later. But in any case, like it's the fitness drug dealers out there just basically cutting up all of the shit that they have and trying to fucking spread it as far as the eye can see. Telling you like, hey, this is going to change your fucking life, and you buy it because you just, you know, you want that to be the answer. You might even think in the back of your mind that it's not, this is bullshit. Like this is shitty, like marketing. I'm still going to fucking try it anyways. I'm going to try it anyways because fuck it. Like just fuck it. Like fuck it anymore. I don't know. Nothing works because like everything you've tried, you've stopped like halfway through or you haven't continued with, and consistency is really the only answer. And this isn't me just saying like you're all dumb. Like, look, I think we're all dumb. I'm you basically. It's me and you, and we're fucking dumb. Oh shit! 1 second, I gotta make sure that this didn't cut off. Oh, sorry, folks. Just had to make sure somebody was calling me, and every once in a while somebody calls me and my phone cuts off and then it doesn't fucking play the video. This is what happens. This is what it's really like. This is what it's really like right here. You know, your goals, it's ugly on the way up. This is what trying to accomplish your goals really is like, guys. Truly. It's fucking hard. You do monotonous activity over and over and over with no results. And eventually it manifests into something, or an opportunity opens up where you can use the thing that you built doing all of those reps. But in the moment of those reps, it's ugly. It's fucking ugly. That is fitness. You know, it doesn't fit into the value proposition. It doesn't fit into the fucking value proposition. It's why you don't hear it. You don't hear it because it gets buried under all of the Ozempic. Dude, Ozempic is the new way to lose weight. Not fitness and real health, eating fresh food, staying hydrated, cutting out all the fucking processed foods, cutting down the sugar, trying to regulate your sodium, like just understanding a little bit more, taking a fucking class, who knows, doing something to figure something out and learn. That's not how to get fit anymore. That's not how to lose weight anymore. Now it's like supplements. Like, what supplement should I buy? like, should I be taking this protein or that fucking creatine, or should I be taking the fish oil? And what about the multivitamin? And it's like, how many products do I have to buy to get fit? That's what it is. Like, how much grams of protein, how much grams of fat? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? You want to know something that's interesting? What's interesting is that food companies can sell you way more random products by saying it has a certain amount of fat, protein, carbs in it, and all that shit. Telling you like, hey, this is like made with whole food, and it's coming out of a plastic bag or a fucking or a tin can. And you think it's real food because it says this many grams of protein, this many grams of fat, this many grams of whatever. And there's a term for that. It's called nutritionism. It's basically like the new nutrition ideology, not new, but the Western civilization way of thinking, or cultural way of looking at food is not for what food actually is, but for what it yields. So that they can say, hey, this is fortified with vitamin D. That must mean it's healthy. So healthy people buy this super processed piece of cancer shit. And you are just like, yeah, I'm healthy. I'm healthy because I do the healthy option. I do the fortified with vitamin whatever, or the XYZ. You go to a fucking store, and when you go to that store, or not store, sorry, you go to like Qdoba, or you go to like a fucking whatever, and they say, hey, pick your protein, because it's like, it's not meat, it's not a chicken, it's not a fish, it's not a cow. It's protein, because only thing that meat has in it is protein and fat. And depending on like how much fat is on there, it's either a lean protein or it's not. So when you get your burger, it's either a lean protein or not a lean protein. I make sure I always get the 90% lean. It's insane, but that's now they can sell you all sorts of shit. And it's very much driven by capitalism. And I'm a huge capitalist. I will fucking capitalism it up. So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying that you're a dipshit. And the more you tell yourself you're not a dipshit, the more you're going to get fucking fucked over. Like, for example, if I was like, hey, you come into the store and you're like, I just need some cat food. And this is a random example, but stick with me here. You go into the store and you need some cat food, and you're like, you really only need one bag of cat food, and it's like $10, and you go to grab it, and it's like, and you're like, okay, like I'll grab this cat food. And then they're like, hey, if you buy 10 bags of this cat food, it's 10 cents off each individual new bag you get. And so that's going to be $1 off if you do all of the different. And then you do it because you're getting a deal. And now you leave spending, like, what would that be? It'd be like $99. So you leave $99 instead of $100. Like, you got a fucking deal, and you were going to go and spend only 10. Like, that is the fitness industry fucking you with the supplements, and the food industry fucking you with the unhealthy foods, calling it healthy. And it's really easy, and it's working really well. And you want to know how I know? Because the supplement industry is a $300 billion industry. That's how I know. And been in the fitness industry for a long fucking time, and I know that it's not the supplements that get you fit. It's not the supplements. Don't get me wrong. The supplements. Look, I take supplements. I take fish oil. I take multivitamin. I take. I'm not taking this now, but I was taking creatine for a while. It was the concrete. Was taking that. It was good, just fine. It wasn't doing. I mean, it was helping me with maybe like getting a little bit more out of my workouts, but that's about it. It wasn't doing anything outside of that. I will take a protein shake. I'll take a protein shake to help me out. But I mean, take the protein shake or not, it's not going to make any difference. It's just something that I do just to kind of get a little bit more calories in. Let's see what else I do. I do a mass gainer every once in a while. It's about 650 calories per shake. Again, I'm a runner. I do a lot of running. So this is not to like make me gain mass. It's just something to help me with calories so that I'm not like turning into a stream bean when I'm running so much. So I'm not saying don't take the supplements. I'm saying the supplements aren't going to make you fit. I'm working out like a fucking lunatic every day. Dude. I'm putting in like 2 to 3 hours a day. And on the weekends, I'm putting in 22 miles of running. I'm training for a 130-mile run. I'm not saying you have to do that stuff. What I'm saying is that the way I'm going to do 130 miles running is going to be because I'm busting my fucking ass eating a shit ton of whole food, eating a shit ton of whole food, staying super hydrated with water, maintaining water is my number one. Every once in a while, especially on a podcast when I'm like, get after it, I'll do a fucking Celsius, okay? Like that kind of shit. But for the most part, I'm out there and I'm running. I'm putting in the fucking work. Oh my God. I'm putting in the fucking work, man. Today I did 8 miles. I did 8 miles of running at an 8-minute pace. I did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 pull-ups. So pull-ups, sit-ups, push-ups. And before I started today, like I'm looking at the bar to do pull-ups before I do an 8-mile run. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. This sucks ass. A resistance so fucking bad that it fucking literally glues me to the ground. I'm sitting there just like, fucking, what can I do to not do this today? Like, whoa, maybe I can push it off tomorrow. Maybe I can cut the 8 miles in half and I'll only do 4 now and I'll do 4 later. And it's like all of these crazy stories are popping up in my fucking head, man. I mean, they're popping up in my head. And I've got to find a way to game myself to continue pushing through. I've got to callous my mind so that like when this bullshit pops up in my head, I can actually move towards the goal. I can actually strap my shoes on, don't want to strap my shoes on. I don't want to do it at all, but I'm doing it because I have a why. That's extreme. And we talk about why ad nauseam. I'm not going to go into today, but I have a why strong enough to get me to fucking do it because at the end of the day, I'm extremely happy with the outcome. I'm very happy that I did my 8 miles today. Felt really good. Took a shower, ate lunch, got back to it, got to the gym, started this podcast, all good. But before it's like this, I get it. It's very powerful. And you give into it, 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 and you allow it to have power over the decisions you make and the things that you do. And I do too. I'm not saying I win every time. But I do know that on the other side of that resistance is like success, is fulfillment. I heard this really awesome quote from some other podcast. It was the Modern Wisdom podcast. I can't remember the guy's name, but this isn't mine. Same thing with like Hormozy. And I gave you that value equation. It's not mine. It's Hormozy's. Any case, long story short, this thing he said, it was like the magic you're looking for is in the things that you're avoiding. That's what he said. And I thought that was so powerful. It's so true. The things that you're avoiding, the hard work, the detail-oriented work, man, like you can't there's no copy and paste. It's like you're going to have to get your hands dirty kind of work. It's that kind of work you're avoiding. And it's that kind of work that leads to the magic. So it's like, it's clear. Every successful person you've ever listened to, it sounds good hearing it. It's like, yeah, man, yeah, get your hands dirty, work hard. And then you're like in the midst of working hard and you're like, man, fuck this. This is bullshit. I'm not going to live my whole life like this. There's no balance here. It's like, dude, you're so unbalanced. You're so unbalanced in being comfortable every day. You don't even know what uncomfortable is. You don't even know what it is, what hard work is. Real hard work. And you know what? There's a lot of bullshit out there. My hard is the same as your hard, no matter what. And that's fucking bullshit. That's not true. It's not fucking true. Some people deal with way harder than you. Way fucking harder. They don't have the opportunities you have. And all the opportunities that you have that you don't take and you sit around, you fucking complain, dude, you should feel ashamed of yourself. And I am saying that right now, you should feel ashamed of yourself. I don't give a fuck. And I feel ashamed of myself when I don't take advantage of the opportunities that I have. Because we should. We should feel ashamed for that. We've been granted these opportunities, man. We don't really have it hard. We make the hard up in our head and then we tell everybody you should feel like your fucking battle is fucking no, fuck that. Fuck all that, dude. There's really hard and there's really fucking easy. And the closer you are to really hard, the better off. The closer you are to easy, the worse off you're gonna fucking be. That's the principle, man. And the easier you try to make it, the worse your life is gonna be and the more you're gonna complain. So just fucking get after it. Now, again, look, I get it, dude. Don't get me wrong. I'm not on the high horse. I need to deliver this differently, actually. My wife tells me I need to deliver this differently. She says, this is what she tells me. And my wife's like the best human on earth. Like, she's like the most caring. She is like just a fucking champion. out here. Like literally, like if I could deliver half my message like my wife, people would actually listen to what I have to say. Literally, I'm telling you that right now. But the problem is it needs to sting when you hear it, and you don't like having anything sting. And so you're just going to shut it off and find somebody to lie to you. And that's fine. But what I'm saying though is that like, she's like the best person ever. And she tells me like, after she hears these fucking podcasts, and she just says like, dude, like you need to like change the way you talk to people. You need to like not be so like matter of fact, and it's like, dude, look, if you don't listen, if you don't try to find a way to listen to information that's hard to hear because it's like something that is really true, you're just looking for something that feels good when you're listening to it, you have a fucking problem, man. You have a fucking problem. It's because you're so used to being on Instagram or Facebook and just go down the fucking the feed or whatever the fuck they call it nowadays. You go down the feed and it's just like TikTok. It's just dopamine. And then you hear something like, hey, you're fucking your life up spending 4 hours a day on average for adults in the US on this fucking waste of fucking technology. You're wasting your time. Like, and it's fucking your life up. And it's making you depressed, and it's making you have high anxiety, and people are committing suicide because of this, and people are fucking living in depression, and because they're fucking comparing themselves to all this unrealistic shit, and they can't listen to anything that gives them even remotely a little bit of like, this is stinging a little bit, because like you would stop engaging. You would stop engaging if it wasn't just perfect for you. And fucking when you hear something like this, then you fucking turn it off. You turn it off right away. You can't listen to this anymore. I can't listen to anything that makes me remotely uncomfortable. And then when I'm in public, people should treat me like that too. And that's not the fucking case. It's not the case. It's why you keep complaining. It's why the people who have already shut this off have shut this off. And if you have continued listening, good for you. You're probably one person that knows me. And fuck yeah, that's why you're a fucking winner. And at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not saying that I'm 100% right. I'm probably wrong on a lot of this. Like, look, we're not all right or wrong. But what I am saying, and one thing is for sure, is that you being on your fucking phone 4 hours a day is fucking killing you and your brain. And you need to fucking find a way to stop it. But stopping it's going to be hard. And that is, again, another example of how hard brings better to your life. Go to the bathroom. Do this. I'm telling you, if you are totally okay, you are totally good, go to the bathroom. Next time you take a shit, next time you go to take a shit, go into the bathroom without your cell phone and without reading material. Go to the bathroom. Take a shit with nothing. Notice what's in your bathroom when you take a shit. Leave your phone. Don't grab it. You'll look right at it. You'll be like, oh my God, I need my phone. Oh my God, I need my phone. I don't think I can do it. I don't know. I'll wait. I don't want to waste this opportunity to get on my phone if I go into the bathroom and take a shit. I'm telling you right now, do a fucking month of not bringing the fucking phone into the bathroom. And every time you go in there, you're going to have a panic attack. Like you're not going to be able to make it through the shit. That's a problem. And that is also causing a lot of this. Like you can't even really sit with yourself. Look, it's everybody, every fucking person. I know because just the other day I forgot my phone and I was like yelling out to my wife, just like yelling out at her to have a conversation. I noticed a picture that hadn't been there. Like, look, me and you are not any different. You know, the only difference is that I love feedback that hurts and you've run away from it a lot, too much. And when you get it, you get really fucking like, you get really fucking mad and you can't take the feedback and then you just say fuck you, and cognitive dissonance, if you look up the dissonance, kicks in, and then you come up with an excuse about how you're right and how they're wrong, and that's what you did here, and that's why you're not listening anymore, and now I'm just rambling on by myself in this fucking place. And the whole idea was it's very difficult, it's extremely difficult to do anything and be successful in anything, including fitness, definitely fitness. But like, I'm trying to create a podcast. I'm like 70 plus episodes in. Nobody fucking listens to this podcast. One day they will, but it will be because I stayed consistent as fuck with no results for a long fucking time. Almost 2 years now. And it's like, well, like, look, maybe it's because you should listen to your wife and you should fucking pamper everybody and make sure that your message comes across in a way that's comfortable for them to fucking hear. And it's like, fuck, man. God, this is exactly why the fitness industry can't sell shit. They can't sell shit because you can't handle it. You can't handle hearing like what it takes That's fucking bullshit. Like, I don't even know that, like, the people that really need to hear this, they'll never fucking hear it. There's no way this would ever reach your algorithm. This will not reach your algorithm. Maybe like a friend gave you this. It's the only way you heard this, because Instagram would fucking die. Instagram would fucking die before they sent a podcast to you that said, get your shit together. You're too busy fucking laughing at fucking cats and babies falling down fucking stairs on a whatever. So anyways, I don't know why I wanted to get into a rant. I'm really not that fucking bad. I just, like, today I was just kind of irritated, I guess, and you guys got the brunt of it. But I was just irritated because, like, I'm having a conversation with a client, and we're going over like some shit, a new client, and we're going over some shit, and I've got to be like, hey, did you do XYZ for accountability? And the answer was no. And I'm like, okay. And then they're mad at me because, like, the program isn't right. Mad at me. I mean, look, I'm not saying that they're mad at me, but it's like, well, like, do you know what you're doing, Jordan? And, like, here's the thing. Like, if I tell you you should do a thing and then we can see what the results look like so that we can continue to, like, to evolve and morph this personal training program into the one that works perfect for you, you got to do this shit. But it's hard to do the shit. And that's it. And that's why you're confused. You're confused because you don't want to do it. You want to find a way to not do it. And these people who are selling you lies are telling you, hey, have what you want. Because you're not used to fucking buying things, or you're not used to indulging in things, or pushing your comfort levels to the point where you're not comfortable anymore. You're not interested. I always get this. It's like, man, I get going and then I just lose motivation because it's just like, it's like I need, like, variety because I need to be kind of entertained a little bit. Like, it just kind of gets boring. This is boring now. It's like, success is boring, man. Success is real boring. The successful people who reach their goals, the people who have the six packs. You want the six packs? You want the six pack? You better get ready for fucking boring. You better be all right with boring. That's what I'm saying. If you want a six pack, you better get ready for boring, man, because it's just monotonous shit over and over and over and over. And when you don't want to do it, you do it again. And when you really don't want to fucking do it, you do it again. And you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. And fucking 5 years goes by, and you have a six pack, and people are like, what's the answer? And you say, Celsius. Celsius is the answer right here. I drank Celsius. You never drank Celsius in your life, but now you're sponsored because you have a six pack, because you fucking busted your ass for 2 hours a day, every fucking day, doing the same exact thing over and 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 over. And then they were like, oh my God, notice this guy? He's got a fucking six pack. He can sell it for us. And you buy, and you buy, and you buy, and you buy. And you don't get the six pack, and you wonder, why am I confused? And that's why you're fucking confused. That's why you're fucking confused, folks. Sean just came in. Sean, that's why they're fucking confused. Dude, Sean, hey, everybody on the podcast, this is the end of the podcast here. Write that value equation down. Write that value equation down. That value equation is why you're fucking confused. And this is basically what every, like, good fitness instructor has been telling you when you come in saying you want 100 pounds off in 30 days. This is what they're explaining to you, and this is why you're confused when they're saying that doesn't make sense. This is how you're confused, 100%, and it works so fucking well that you don't even know it. So in any case, guys, thank you for chiming in. I was telling them why they're confused about fitness, Sean. In any case, I didn't get through. I got 10 other reasons here why you were confused, but I think I just did an entire hour on that first one, which I originally wanted to do, but I didn't think I was going to be able to fill an hour, but apparently it did. And it is crazy. Is it not crazy walking in here and seeing me just, like, talk to a phone by myself like a fucking lunatic? This is not how I exist. This is so insane to me. Like, this is always like the most insane like thing that I do is to like do a solo podcast for an hour by myself. Any case, folks, thanks for chiming in. If you did, you know all the weird stuff that all the influencer people tell you to do. So do it if you want, if you found any value. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one. And always remember, think big, live better. That was such a cliche fucking influencer ending. Peace.